Dinner time.
It's ravioli.
So do the children normally eat with their hands even though they've got cutlery?
Yes. I'll get your water, honey.
No, downstairs.
Jesse, sit down.
Sit down, honey.
Meal times are just hellacious for me. If we could all sit down at a meal and stay seated for 10 minutes without outbursts, that would be a huge thing for me. Jesse, sit down. Andra, get out. Sit down, honey. Sit down. Well, I want you to sit down.
Mum and Dad were just trying to keep the children at the table, and if I was David and Barbara, I would have had indigestion. It was making me dizzy just to watch them. It was just feeding time at the zoo, I think you can say, to be honest.
No, don't get it.
Hey.
And I don't want that. It's not good.
God almighty.
It's not cool.
Dinner time was ridiculous. Andra made a big fuss about not having the sippy cup that she wanted.
What's
They're
wrong?
both cold. Do you want it warm?
Do you want this one warmed up?
And I want that one. No, I want.
Andra was not letting up. That kind of behaviour is a no-no in my book.
Andra, go back and sit down. Go back and sit down.
It's mine. It's mine.
This one?
No.
Andy.
I want it.
What is
You want to go to your room?
about the cup?
I want that cup.
Come on, let's go to the
I
room.
want that cup.
Come on.
And I don't want it.
This child has got too much leeway. She has tantrums that the parents tolerate. It's just disgusting. It needs to change. The behaviour that I want to eliminate in the house is the yelling, the shouting, the tantrums, the aggression, the kicking, the biting, and that's why the next thing that I introduced into the house was a discipline technique. I don't want you girls to shout at your mummy and daddy anymore, to be rude like this. I don't want to do it anymore. Yes, Jessie. Yes. And if you don't listen, mummy is going to put you on the naughty stool. I'm going to explain to you now the discipline of the naughty stool, okay? I want you to come down, literally, to their level. Give them eye contact, and I want you to use a low-toned voice, okay? You give your children a warning first to stop the behaviour. If they carry on, I want you then to walk them over and place them on their stool and say to them, you're going to stay there now until I come and get you. And you walk away.
I'm not looking forward to experiencing some of the naughty stool episodes with Andra because she's a fighter.
David spends a lot of time away on business, so that means that Barbara has to deal with all three girls, and the responsibility is solely on Barbara. It wasn't long before Andra started yelling and shouting at Mum. She really tests Barbara.
No, you may not decide for them. Watch, excuse me.
Tell her to stop shouting at you. Every time
You
she
may not
addresses you...
shout at me like that. That is not acceptable. You shout at me again and you're going on the naughty stool. All right.
Right, on.
There you go.
On. It's not a game. This is not a game.
It's
On the
not a
naughty,
game. Come on,
on the
we're going to
naughty stool.
You sit in the naughty stool until I tell you that it's okay to get up. Do you understand me?
Tell her to look at you. Andra?
Andy?
Sit down. Firm voice, Barbara. Sit down and you'll stay there because you were being very rude to Mummy. Now you stay here on the stool until Mummy comes and gets you because that behaviour is not acceptable and it's not a game. Okay? Just ignore that.
Sit down.
Don't lose hope with Andra. I know that she's testing you more than the younger girls have. It's all about repetition and following through and being consistent with discipline. After giving them their minutes, she's then to come back and to explain why they were put on the naughty stool and then to ask for an apology.
You were sitting on this stool because you were shouting at Mommy and you were very rude to Mommy, and I am not going to tolerate that anymore.
She tested Mum on every level, and eventually Andra got the message.
This is where you're going to be if you do that again. Do you understand?
I won't.
and I want an apology.
Sorry.
I really didn't expect to see this much change in this short a period of time.
Nicely done. Everybody's sitting so well.
My favorite times now are breakfast and dinner when we all sit together and get to hang out together.
Let me see your pretty face.
Barbara's become empowered, and as a result, the children know their place.
We are going to stay seated at the table and we are going to eat dinner. Okay? We're absolutely going to miss Jo. It's been amazing. It's been wonderful to have her here. She has been very supportive.
I feel quite tearful.
Me too.
You've been a real inspiration. I just hope that you keep that strength, all right?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Take care. When I said goodbye to Barbara, I felt an energy from her that was really overwhelming. It really touched me emotionally. Who gets kisses first? Bye, darling.